2 months ago, I made a video talking about Dissidia Final Fantasy NT. I mainly talked about the differences between NT and 012 Duodecim. Now, when I made that video, I had high hopes for the game. I thought, maybe it would be a lot better than what it was projected to be. Well, I was wrong. Sadly, I was very wrong. The game ended up being just like people projected it to be. And for a few different reasons, NT so far has failed. Now, I don't think the game is necessarily done. I think they can do things to change the game that would bring more people in and possibly boost sales. But for right now, the game is definitely failing. And things need to be changed in order for it to pick itself back up. So that's what I'm here for today. It's your man, Young Koolaid, all right? I love Dissidia Final Fantasy. So I want to talk about NT and ways that they can help NT gain sales and, well, basically just put it back on the map, on the radar. Because I remember seeing a tweet, bruh. I swear it said that Dissidia Final Fantasy NT was outsold by like Xenoverse 1 during its first week. Like that is sad. That is sad. Xenoverse 1, not 2, 1. So I definitely need to bring up something to help the game, or at least try to help the game. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So I have 4 main reasons why NT has failed. One reason is because there's no traditional story mode. Now, I talked about this in the 2 major differences between Duodecim and NT, but the fact that NT doesn't have a traditional story mode, like the open, well, it wasn't really all the way open world in Duodecim, but it had like the open world map, I guess, a half open world map, and you could run around, collect treasure chests, grind on rails, run into enemies, then go to the portals, things like that. Because NT doesn't have that, it's really lacking. Just basically all you do is just battles. And I understand it's a fighting game, but it's not like Dragon Ball Fighters or like Mortal Kombat or Tekken or Street Fighter. Like, it's not like one of those games. Dissidia isn't. It's more, I know Dissidia Final Fantasy originally was, but the second game they expanded on it so much that you come to expect more from the game. So the fact that they didn't add that feature in this game is a very big hole, and a lot of people see that, and that's why a lot of people don't want to buy the game, because most of the time you're just doing the 3v3 battles. There's really not much else to do unless you're doing like a what's it called, crystal battle. So I mean, look, it's there needs to be a traditional story. The second reason is because there's no 1v1 and 2v2 option. Now again, I do like the 3v3 option. I played the game, obviously. It's 3v3 is fun, but there definitely should be a 1v1 option or a 2v2 option. With 3v3, man, there's still a lot going on. There's still a lot going on. And I mean, they fixed a lot of things like the hub in order to make things look easier and run smoother, but there's a lot going on. I think I said look easier and run smoother. I mean, look smoother and run easier, but there's still a lot going on screen. So there definitely could be a 1v1 or 2v2 option where it'd be less characters on screen and you can focus more on your opponents and the stage and the environment around you, rather than just, flying around and hoping to jump at enemy together. So I mean, there, the 1v1 option, that really should have been in there at launch, but you can easily add that. The third reason is the winning process. The winning process for this game is not bad, but there needs to be a different version. Like, the fact that all you have to do in order to win is knock out a character 3 times, and it doesn't even have to be a different character. All you have to do is get 3 KOs. So basically, what you can do is double team on the weak links and then just knock them out 3 times, and then that'll be it, and that'll be game. Instead of, what I think personally, it should have been a knockout on each person. Like, if you knock out one character, then you have to knock out the next character, and I think it adds a pretty interesting dynamic, like a 1-on-3 comeback or something. Like, you never know what could happen, but the 3 KOs just in general, I don't think it's a bad idea, and like, I do think it's nice. I just think there needs to be another option. I think there needs to be 2 options: a option where you have a match where you just need 3 KOs, and then an option where you need to knock out each person once in order to tally up those 3 KOs. So yeah, that would be another reason why I think the game has failed thus far. And the last reason mainly isn't even like a thing with the game. It's actually just when the game released. The game released at a bad time. Like, there were already good games coming out. Fighters was coming out. The hype around that was like very high. There was other good games coming out around that time that had a lot of hype around them. And Dissidia just didn't have the amount of hype surrounding it as those other games did. So it really just didn't even have a chance from the get-go because it was placed in such a bad time. I really think that it should have been placed later in the year. and I think it would have got more publicity and more coverage. Like, the mobile game is getting more press and publicity than the console game, and that's not good. Not that the mobile game is not good. The mobile game is very fun, but I'm just saying, like, you spend all this time on the console game, you would want it, you know, to get more press than it actually does. So yes, the release window for the game was another big reason why the game has failed thus far. But Dissidia Final Fantasy NT might be down, but it's not out. Okay, there's some things you can do to fix the game. All right, there are three simple things I have to fix the game. All right, one, you got to add the traditional story mode. I know that might take a while, but look, Street Fighter V did it. You can do it. Okay, you need to add the traditional story mode. The cutscenes are great, but bruh, when you're playing the game, it's more than just cutscenes. Like, it's a story, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to have an interactive story mode, not just where you win a few battles, you get a new cutscene. That's not gonna fly. All right, so we need the new traditional story mode. Then you need to add the 1v1 2v2 option. Again, I don't really think that this would even take too much time. I'm pretty sure y'all could program that in. Now, I'm not saying it would be easy for me, but I'm saying it might be easier for y'all. I mean, look, just add in the 1v1 2v2 option. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. And then finally, add that different kind of match, the match where you have to knock out each person in order to win the match, not just get 3 consecutive KOs in order to win the match. That's another thing. Well, I guess not necessarily consecutive, but you know what I mean. That's something that you do that you really should add. I think that would really add a new dynamic to the game and potentially bring more people into it. But yeah, ultimately, I am pretty saddened that the game is performing how it is, because obviously I'm a big fan of the series. I really enjoy playing Dissidia Final Fantasy. I love Duodecim. I love the original, and I really was hoping this game was gonna be like do so much better than what it did. Like, if you go watch my old videos, man, where I talk about this game before it was even announced as NT, it's just like I just really was hoping not only for a PS4 version, but just that the game would be great, man. And it's fallen short of that glory. But yeah, that's all I really got for today. If you have Dissidia Final Fantasy NT, what other things you think should be added to the game? If you don't have it, what things you think should be added to maybe give you a chance to get it? But yeah, other than that, I have nothing else to say. I'm out. Goodbye. Peace.